Humanoids are known as these strange creatures who have similar form as to humans and yet feared by people like us because of their oddity form. Rob Lowe, an American actor, claims to have been attacked by a humanoid in the woods during his night camping with his two sons. He said to an interview that he thought he was going to die after that encounter, but luckily his two sons scared it off and no one got seriously hurt. Another encounter is in Mexico. This guy heard banging noises outside his house, so he went outside hearing all the animals making these loud noises, as if something is spooking them, and then all of a sudden, the noise is heard coming from the rooftop. He zoomed in on it and this is what he saw. How much they have to pay you to stay in this house? The Amityville Horror Story is an actual house that has a current address of 112 Ocean Avenue, Long Island, New York. After Ron DeFeo murdered his family during their sleep, claiming that he is hearing voices exactly at 3:15 a.m. in doing so. After that, another family stayed at that horror house because of its significant reduced price, and the Lutz family tells their experience. George, the stepfather, is said to wake up at 3:15 a.m. every morning, which was around the time Ron carried out his murders. The Lutz family claimed to smell strange odors, see green slime oozing out of the walls and keyholes, and experience cold spots in certain areas of the house, a nearby garage door opening and closing by itself, and the most intense of it all is a pig-like creature with red eyes staring down at George and his son Daniel from a window. Incorruptible saints. Incorruptible saints are dead saints whose body never decompose. If you die or if we die, our body will decompose within 24 hours. These people saints never go through that phase. Even scientists are baffled that this is even possible and they have no explanation. These are dead saints, and the church is claiming that they use zero embalming. Some of these people are dead since 1700s and some are even in 323 AD. These people who died are worshipped in the church and claim to be proof of God himself. But people are speculating that these dead people are fake, and the reason that they are in good shape is because these are made of wax. They said they hired professionals to make perfect sculptures of these dead people and put them on display for people to look at. Ren, I am Jonglets, and I want you to feed me your small amount of blood every day, and in return, I will give you protection for longer life. Promise you'll keep me away from all kinds of harm? Yes, I promise. Cross my heart. Okay. Very good decision. And this is what the locals of Java, Indonesia believes, that the Jonglets are used to be human beings who pursue eternal life by witchcraft. It is also believed to be a hermit who worships demons and gains a certain power and ability, and when they died, their body shrunk. They are mostly found by psychics after they have performed a supernatural ceremony. Jonglets can be found in any terrain, from under the ground, on a wrecked house roof, and even in the trunk of a huge tree. Once found, its owner is guaranteed protection by doing this ritual task every day. This is what happened to a station nightclub in Rhode Island on 2003. This incident is the fourth deadliest in a nightclub in US history. It all began when the music band is preparing their act. They started lighting their pyrotechnics. The acoustic foam immediately burned from above, and because of that, the club immediately burst into flames, and in a CCTV footage, the people are rushing to get out because of how quickly everything is happening. All are panicking to escape first because of how the thick black smoke engulfing the place. This incident causes over 100 casualties. You can see on YouTube of how people reacted while shoving others just to get out. Disclaimer only that this posted video is very disturbing. Watch on your own risk. What if you could live forever but you have to look like this? Lugaru suck blood from innocent people and they give it to a devil in exchange for magical powers, including eternal life. But if they suck too much blood, they end up dying and they become a Lugaru. They are known to be shapeshifters to any monster they like. Lugarus are known to hunt Dominican Republic and Haiti. Once night come around, they turn into a ball of light and look for their next victim. Now tell me, if you could live forever and look like that, will you still do it? Do you know the story of Pan American 914? It's a plane that arrived in Venezuela after 37 years from their takeoff in New York City. According to history, this flight took off on 1955 and is bound to land on Miami, USA. But while that airplane is in flight, it suddenly vanished on the radar. So when it vanished on the radar, people thought that it crashed somewhere on the ocean without any traces left. Of course, the airline paid the families with compensations. According also to the story, there are 57 passengers inside the plane. So fast forward on Caracas, Venezuela, the airline staffs are surprised because there's suddenly a plane approaching that is not seen on the radar. And that is the plane from the 1955 flight from New York, but this story was proven to be a hoax. And it's not real. But what if it's true? And finally, we come to the part of Ren edition of the real craziest story of them all. All I can say is you have to be open-minded with this one. They said that the oxygen is dangerous and everything around you is a lie. People believe that the government created the oxygen to control the world population. With that being said, the average lifespan of inhaling oxygen is around 80 years. Theoretically, people could live forever, but the government created oxygen so that way they could save resources and kill off the population every 80 to 100 years. Not only the oxygen can kill us, but it also allows us to hallucinate. Some of the evidence to prove this theory is the oxygen toxicity. Oxygen toxicity is when you inhale too much oxygen and eventually it can kill you. Oxygen is also believed to be a widespread drug by the government to keep people from not thinking differently and to keep them in line. May 17. May 17?
7. Number 7 to. Number 7.
Paano ba yun kung kailan ko naman dinilik na yung account?
Binibi,
In-install ko na yung ano
ni-record na kita to. 7. Basta number 7.
Oh, sige na. Mamaya magbabattle ka sa ano na?
7.
What if you could live forever but you have to look like this?